Everyone, I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. I was walking around the garden and I saw this little guy, and I'm having one of those moments where you kind of want to make one of those in the heat of the moments kind of decisions, you know, because this is the Montezuma Cypress that we transplanted. I think it was last year. A few months ago. I think it was last year, this time of the year. But you see that it's doing very well. As a bonsai, yeah, you could see it's, you know, getting there. But I think I want to go smaller. So I was eyeing it to see if there was like a place where we could trunk chop it, so it could go, you know, even smaller. So I know it's going to be like a very hard to conceal wound in the future, but I think I want to trunk chop it over here or here and then wire this as a new apex. Off camera, this is something that I did a couple of months ago. I did this, and you can see that if we let it like that, if we let it and continue to grow like this, we have this little leader coming up, it will be absolutely no problem. Because the tree and the species in general is so vigorous that we'd have absolutely no problem trying to replace the apex, even if we trunk chop it right at the base. Look at how, you know, with the sun and the rains, it's putting out all kinds of shoots. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to do that. This little, well, not so little, it was kind of big. Leader that we had here before, I used to prune it back so it will have less vigor, and you know, that would vigorize the other branches that we have further down. And what I did is I took it, I pruned it, and I planted it over here in this little mini pond that I have. By the way, if you want to see videos like this where I make mini ponds and terrariums and aquariums and whatnot, you can go ahead and check out my other channel. The link is down in the description. You can see there's quite a bit of a mess right now at the moment. We got lotus plants, we got you know, that Montezuma Cypress. We also have a papyrus plant, Myrophilium aquaticum, you know, many different plants. But you can see that it's thriving, it's doing okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I did. You know, I chopped it off of the main tree over here, and then I just placed it here, submerged in the water. Yeah, with the nice substrate and nice location. I found that the faster you put them down in the water, the more chances of success you have. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I might not be able to do this on camera because, you know, I'm working with one hand and filming with the other, but you know, I'm gonna trunk chop it over there. So let me see if I can operate the cell phone with one hand and then chop it with the other, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we will do today. That's what we're gonna do, and this is gonna be a pretty short video, but I think I'm also gonna show you an update on some of the other projects that you've seen, and then we'll call this a day, right? Because the heat is killing me too, so let's go ahead and do that. So here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this little guy out of the way so that I can have a clear shot of this. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to prune it in just one go, you know. So let's see. The decision is quite clear there. But I'm just fearing that the trunk is a bit too thick. Oops, sorry. There we go. This, in and of itself, is another little bonsai, right? So, let me just put it here. I think I can switch hands now. Just a second. Okay, so I'm going to remove these little branches at the base. And almost immediately I'm going to proceed to put this in the water. Yeah. So maybe a little bit further down. Water, lettuce, and algae. Move it out of the way. And here I go. That's it. Like I said at the beginning, it looks like a mess at the moment. But yeah. From this little guy right next to it, we can see that this is easy, you know. And in a couple of months, we'll have another very, very good starter material. And over here, we got these little branches. These also root. So I'm just gonna stick them in the mud or the substrate, just the same. So now, with a Dremel tool, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in and, you know, work that. This, I don't want this as the new apex. I want this as the new apex. So I'm gonna do a little bit of pruning. This will also help with ramification, you know. So kind of ugly at the moment, but like I said, in no time, you know, just knowing how bigger as this tree is, we'll have something that looks a bit more interesting. Yeah. So that's it for this little guy. Let me just show you a couple of plants that I worked with before and are now looking a bit different. Yeah. So it's time for a couple of updates. So here we have the first update. It's the little Cerisa root over rock project. You can see that I already removed the container where we piled the soil. And that last time that we worked with the little Cerisa cuttings and the transplant of the original one, where I got this cutting from, I told you that it was a bit loose, and it's still a bit loose, but also you can see that some of the roots are attaching themselves very well to the little rock. So that's pretty good. You can also see that it's putting out all kinds of growth. So that's really, really good. Yeah. In fact, the cuttings that I took from here and from the other plant that I transplanted, they seem to have taken too. So let's take a look at those. So over here, we can see that we have the little cuttings growing right next to other plants, like this little willow, these mangroves, this orchid plant. Hasn't blossomed, this one, but the guy that I bought it from sent me a picture of the blossom and it looked awesome. I'm going to show it to you in the channel when it does. And we can see that these little cuttings have you know, have endured the process. They look good. The one in the middle is the one that has a root system, so we know for sure that's one going to make it. We can see a little flower over there. That's beautiful, no? Nice. So yeah, they seem to be doing okay. And in fact, the other plant that we just recently worked on, the chojubai, remember I took several little plants that came with the mother plant, if you will? Well, they seem to have taken too, so let's take a look at those. We have them over here, and you can see that they're nice and green still. Yeah. This one I already put in a bonsai training pot, plastic one. This one already put out a couple of tiny little leaves. Granted, that could be from the stored energy in a branch or in a cutting, but this one is the one that had the most roots. So yeah, we could say that this also made it. I wasn't sure about this one, you know, the tiniest one, but you can see over here that it's also producing new tiny little leaves, and this one too. Here we have a couple of little leaves that were scorched by the sun, but overall we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little chojubais, and of course the root over rock project that's also doing well. So yeah, I I see this as a total success, like I've said before. So you know, things are doing well with these little guys. Anyway, so I wanted to show you this quick video for today. I hope you have a very good day. Continue to have a very good week. Yeah. So if you have any comments, doubts, questions, anything, drop them down below. Subscribe to my other channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.